Good morning, guys. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Claire. This is Claire's Tarot. Took the past couple of days off. I felt like it was the right thing to do, just to educate myself as a white person a little bit about everything going on in the United States and how to properly be an ally and everything like that. If you guys have any resources that you would like to share about that, please leave them in the comments below. And I'm gonna just switch gears. We're gonna talk a little bit about the astrology going on today. It's June 3rd, as well as we're gonna do the 3-card pick a card immediately afterwards, and then I will have another video up hopefully before noon about what is lost and found in the Venus rebirth for us today by zodiac sign. So check that out if you feel so inclined. If not, thanks for showing up. I hope you get the answers you need today. So today the moon is in Scorpio all day. Scorpionic moons are like not easy energy to work with. This is really the energy of self-honesty. This is an energy of digging beneath the surface to find the truth of a matter. This is definitely self-reckoning. This can also be sexual manipulation. This can also be shadow boxing. And just understanding the shadow of people in general. So kind of what we're all doing right now, I think. Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable with certain things. It's going to be a big thing. The Scorpio moon is big. Also yesterday, the Mercury retrograde that is going to be happening a little bit later. For some reason, I don't have it on my calendar. It's going to be happening eventually. The shadow period for that began yesterday on June 2nd. So notice any stories that are coming up right now for you personally, for you spiritually, for you socially, as these will be the lessons that we're going to be working with for the rest of the Mercury retrograde cycle. Also today, June 3rd, Venus gets rebirthed as the morning star. So up until this point, Venus has been traveling beneath the horizon. Today she gets rebirthed after her time spent in the underworld. So all of the lessons that have been in our subconscious, in our shadow self, today we get to look at the second half, which is really integrating those things. It's really bringing those things to light. It's really finding our liberation from those things. Again, I'm going to be getting a little bit more deeply into that in the next video. But really for now, today is just the day to kind of be acknowledging that we're halfway through that Venus retrograde cycle and that things are about to get better, hopefully. Okay, so before we get into the forecast today with the tarot, I'd just like to invite you right now to take a moment to invite your spirit guides, your higher self, God, your ancestors, the universe. May they come in and just guide these readings. And may any of the messages that come up resonate for who they're supposed to resonate. And may everyone listening be guided to know what's for them and what isn't. All right, guys. So, what are the current energies for June 3rd, 2020 for the collective? Okay, we've got the 8 of Wands reversed. Ooh. We're going with this, and this, and this. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. So, general, wow. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is followed by the King of Wands and the Ace of Cups and Judgment reversed and the Moon reversed and Justice. That is just a lot of major arcana energy for the theme of a spread. So this video is going to go on a little longer. I will have the timestamps for the pick a card down below if you want to skip over this and get right into your personalized advice. That's fine, you do you. It is there for you. So the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands and the Ace of Cups these are all kind of talking about standing in your power, knowing that things are going to, you know, what am I getting from this? It's kind of like your emotions are taking you into the next phase of your destiny, is what I'm hearing here. I really do see here as well with this judgment, the moon and justice, like there is something that was so deeply wrong that is in the process of being righted. With this King of Wands, like he's a man of action, and the Ace of Cups is like a new emotional beginning. So this wrong that is being righted only does so when we step up, when we allow ourselves to believe that something new is coming, when we have hope, is what I'm hearing there. So today we have the Fool. Wow. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. We have the Lovers reversed. We have Temperance reversed. And we have Death. Okay, here we go. Let's readjust, everybody. Wow, this is like really big major arcana energy everywhere. So I'm seeing that there is a transition that some of us really want to make. Some of us really want to be moving very quickly towards something, towards a new end, towards a new beginning. Probably for some of us with the Fool card. For others, it's going to be an end to being the fall guy. For other people, for some of us, it's going to be an end to family structures that are unhealthy, or codependency in relationships, or relationships which don't allow us to be fully ourselves. I do see us really wanting this transition quite badly, but kind of losing ourselves in the process because there's so much going on. Let's clarify a bit deeper. We have the Hierophant reversed. Wow, we have the Two of Cups reversed and the Sun. Wow. So this could be a divorce. This doesn't have to be a literal divorce, but this is definitely like a divorce from people who I see, like there might be people in your world who you're dealing with who are quite orthodox, who are quite strident in their rules or their beliefs, like quite conservative. And today you're just kind of like breaking up with them. Like, and it's so literal. Like the Death card here is like, you want that ending. You want freedom from the cycle. And you really feel like your happiness is on the other side of that. I feel like there may have been something that your intuition or your inner voice was telling you the whole time, like these people aren't right for you. It's time to move away from them. And you are, the direction of your momentum is taking you away from this toxic situation. But today you're starting to think that there might be a new beginning on the horizon without these people. This is what I'm really seeing. Wow. But it does come at the cost of that ending, guys. Like, just do be aware that, like, all of the emotional work that you've been putting on, all of the self-honesty, all of the looking at, like, maybe the dynamics that you grew up in, and just evaluating, like, how much those higher level structures, like, work for you. Or, like, how much being, like, the person who takes the high road is kind of inhibiting your growth. If that makes sense. Like, this is definitely a theme of, like, I mean, social justice, you know, this is definitely standing up into looking at the ways that are your context, be it interpersonal relationships, be it your culture, the town you're living in, is really built on people staying silent in unhealthy dynamics when they need to be ending them and finding healthier balance. Like the bridge between the subconscious and the conscious as well is really what I'm hearing. So this can be you making peace with two sides of your personality. Wow. But like whatever situation it is that you're dealing with, it's big. Look at your life 8 years ago today, because this is where Venus's retrograde cycle is, to give you some clues about what this lesson might be about for you, and allow yourself to really wrap that up before you get into this full energy, before you are able to start that new cycle. Wow. That is some pretty heavy energy to be starting off with, but I know we have all got it. We're all here for it. This change starts with us. All right, let's get into the 3-card spread. The 3-card pick a card. So guys, have your card 1, 2, or 3 in mind. Again, timestamps for that are down below. I do recommend watching all 3 because there's usually a crossover. You might be a cross watcher. You might hear some sort of an insight that you don't expect to. It might be a different aspect to your story. Of course, do pay more attention to yours. But let's get into it. Either way, may I have the collective messages for today, June 3rd. Got 1, got 2, got 3. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Followed by the 5 of Swords reversed and the Star. So this is really like picking your battles, but also like listening to your inner voice. For what... like knowing the value of chaos is what I'm hearing. Like knowing you are standing your ground so that you don't have to pick these fights again is what I'm hearing. But you're taking like a softer approach. Like there's something maybe in the past you were having hard words with people, and it caused a lot of like, you're maybe just looking at like why that was you. I'm seeing like maybe you were looking at why you were so defensive in the first place, or like why your ideology was so fixed for some reason, and you're just kind of like taking a softer approach with that. You're just kind of like allowing that to do its thing. Cool. So card number 1, we have the King of Cups for you. Okay, take a drink. I went like an entire day without coffee, and I slept the entire day. Addiction to coffee is a very real thing. Okay, King of Cups. Why is this King of Cups here for the collective message today? 3 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and 9 of Wands for you guys. Okay, right, so you guys are probably going to be looking at like emotional regulation today. This is going to be emotional regulation that you have within your friend groups. This is going to be looking at like what your underlying like securities are, and like I'm hearing that there's like something about this friend group that isn't quite working for you, and now you're starting to look at them through a different lens. There might be a third party here involved if you're in a monogamous relationship that you didn't know about, or you might be, you know, having to choose between 2 things. Whatever the situation is today, you're being called to have a little bit more wisdom about who people really are, a little bit more emotional regulation, a little bit more, emotional honesty, and just like looking at how far you have come and asking yourself, like if your defensiveness is serving you. I'm hearing this Queen of Pentacles reverse can really be talking about you. This can be somebody else though. Whoever it is, this is someone who's trying to control the outcome of something. This is someone who is believing that they are the only people who have the right sort of like to make it happen. Like they feel like they need to have control of the situation in some way, and it is stemming from like an underlying like sense of lack, I'm hearing. So just like acknowledging to yourself, if you somewhere in your mind that dialogue, if you were telling yourself that story of like, I'm not enough, there isn't enough, and that's why you're going back into this third party situation or this friend group that isn't right for you, just really taking a look at that and getting comfortable in that space. I'm just going to clarify a tiny bit further. Why is this Three of Cups here for the collective message today? Okay, yeah, we got the Four of Pentacles reversed. And the bottom of the deck has the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, like you're just trying to, somebody here is just trying to control a situation, like really, really trying to control a situation, and like is feeling super protective of themselves, but it is also like they're feeling, I feel like somebody here is feeling really, really sensitive. Again, you're gonna know if this is you or if this is somebody else or if this is this third party situation. They're feeling, there's like a sense of, oh, like I don't have enough. And I know I'm repeating myself, but like it's coming through really strong, guys. Like it's like I don't have enough, so I have to stand my ground. And I can't trust other people in my life. So there you go. But you know, you have this King of Cups energy here. So I feel like you guys already probably know this piece. You probably already know that your insecurity is lying to you, that the sense of lack is a liar as well, and that it's time to be a little bit more aware of the emotional stories that you're telling yourself. Okay, that is it for you, card number one. I'm going to go ahead and move on to card number two. All right. For you, card number two, we have the Six of Pentacles. So give and take, all about balance in relationships. I feel like in some way, I'm feeling for you guys that you might be on the receiving end of something, or you might be looking at like what someone is giving to you in relationship, and you might be feeling like, yeah, you might be feeling like it's not enough in some way. Might just be reevaluating what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to. I'm seeing here as well. There's definitely a theme of like, I'm getting the feeling that there's like a younger person maybe, or a person from your young life, or someone who has perceived you as a child, or as a young, like they just like have this mental image of you as like being this like young, naive, easygoing person who's like, I don't know, maybe easy to take advantage of, or maybe you're seeing someone who's younger and this is you who's like, this person will give me whatever I need. And today you're just looking at those dynamics and just like evaluating like, why am I not getting my needs met? Because there's two sixes here, you know, like this is about exchange. This is about give and take. This is about interpersonal dynamics. But it does kind of come with this feeling that like someone sees you as like too young maybe to know the facts of a situation, or like too young to speak your mind, like ageism, or, you know, like this can be, well, let's clarify before I put my foot in my mouth, but I am feeling like there's like, there might be like an authority figure that you're dealing with who's like, you don't know better about, you know, racism or sexism or like whatever. And today you're like, well, actually I do. And you're gonna just be having a closer look at those dynamics. We have the Two of Wands reversed. The Five of Wands. Like, if this card doesn't say fighting and combat and conflict, I mean, this is the card of conflict in the tarot, you know. And we have the Four of Swords reversed for you guys as well. Wow, there's a lot of waiting energy here. I feel like you waited for the situation to turn around for a really long time. I feel like there was a lot of waiting for this person to give you what you needed. There was a lot of like, no, they'll change, or like, you know, maybe it's me. Maybe I need to be more generous with myself in this relationship, or like whatever. Like maybe there's something still to be learned in this situation, or like maybe they're right. Maybe I am too young to know better. But today you're like, fuck that shit. I know what I'm talking about. And I feel like you're going to be fighting for you're due. You're going to be fighting for your worth. You're going to be fighting for a more balanced approach. Okay, that is it for you, card number 2. I hope that resonates. We're going to go ahead and move on to card number 3. Ba-ba-da! For you, we have the Page of Cups reversed. So card number 3, you might be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. I'm getting Piscean energy really strong from this one for some reason today. Why is this Page of Cups here? You might have like an ex who's coming out of the woodwork today to try and communicate. You might be feeling like you want to communicate with an ex. Yeah. The Knight of Swords. Wow, and the Lovers on the bottom of the deck reversed. So yeah, this is, oh wow, this is really not a healthy relationship that you guys are either trying to instigate or someone is trying to instigate with you. Like either way, there's like a lot of like forward moving energy. Like someone wants to come towards you and communicate with you. I'm really seeing like we've got like the card of like romantic messages paired with the card of mental clarity, except for like it's in the reversal. So like whatever this person is trying to convince you that they're clear about, they're actually not. They're feeling really confused, but they're maybe hoping that you will give them some sort of a like, I'm hearing security for some reason, or like they're hoping that like by speaking to you, they'll like ease some sort of like compulsion that they have within themselves. Again, this could be you that's trying to go towards this person, maybe because you feel like there's unfinished business there, or because you feel like a sense of desperation towards them. Like, oh my God, like it makes so much sense for us to be together. Why aren't we together? But this relationship isn't healthy. And I feel like you know that. And you just want to like, you or this person wants mental clarity about it, and you feel like the only way to get that is to go through and communicate with them. Let's clarify, why is this? Come on, Ted. Why is this Page of Cups here for the collective message today? Got 7 of Wands, we've got the Fool reversed, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. This is very young energy. This is very immature energy. This is very like, like, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you guys, because I really do see this as like, this is a situation that, like, there's like this sense that I get from these cards where you're like trying to fight for your relationship with this person. You're wanting to like take a new leap into this relationship with this person, but it's so inappropriate. Like it's so, it might be imbalanced. It might like not be healthy, but like for some reason you're like, no, I'm going to make it happen. And you're definitely not listening to anybody who says otherwise. This might be one of those situations where it's like, you know, you can't tell your friends when you're talking to your ex because he's just that toxic. He or she, I should say. That's what I get here. But for some reason, you're not listening to that. You're like, you're in your emotions. You're like, no, this person is my divine counterpart. Like, whatever. And you're going for it. You're like, oh, we've got the Page of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Yeah. I kind of get the feeling anything I'm going to be saying to you right now, card number 3, you're probably not going to be hearing. But I'm going to say it anyways. Check your inner voice. Check if you're listening to your fears, or if you're coming from a place of power and a place of like authentic love for this person, or if this is coming from a place of like you just want to like self-soothe or have that person soothe something for you. Today, just like be aware that you might have to be combating that side of yourself that's like, no, you need to be in this relationship, or you need to be in a relationship at all, or you'll never find happiness. Like, you know, those annoying little bitches. You might having to name those voices in your head, and just like one by one turning the switch and knowing, you know, knowing that you when you are in your best self, you operate from a place of power. You operate from a place of your high ground, whatever your high ground is. Spirit wants you to know that you need to be standing on that high ground before you jump into something in this like desperate energy, or in this energy of like just, you know, I feel like Spirit's just saying like, you've grown so much. Don't go backwards into like that more immature like Page of Pentacles, of Cups, of Swords, like all of that really immature energy. Like, you've outgrown that, so let yourself outgrow that. And just like know that today you're gonna have to battle with your mind a little bit, but it's so much better than going back into a toxic relationship, I'm seeing here. So whew. Okay, I hope that resonates. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up. This is now going to be the last look, how we can work with this energy. What month is it? June 3rd. How can we work with this energy today? Not quite. Okay, we've got the King of Swords reversed. We've got the Two of Swords reversed, and the World on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, guys, we're completing cycles today. So really, really looking beneath the surface of situations. Really, really looking into our heart of hearts. Really, really getting self-honesty. Wow. And knowing that things don't change. Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. Change starts with us. And I'm really feeling like today, for whoever these messages are for, that is going to start with that self-honesty piece, and with getting really, really still, really, really mentally clear, and really like confident that things are going to change. All right. So if you are still here, thanks for tuning in. I really hope that this helps. Give it a like if it did. Leave me any feedback that you have in the comments. If not, I really hope to see you in your next reading, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.